thank you so much, Kinley sir here. Sir Kinley is the executive director of DPOB official. Now, as I informed you 2 minutes before this, that it's going to be a very casual, raw, like from a layman like myself. I have absolutely no idea about DPOB la till your wife Pem Chude wrote to me. Ngai shera mashi ngai kwe mako, like, but then I was like, wait, this is such a good organization, and I would love to be like atiti a part of your growth or whatever it may be, awareness or so. It's such an honor for me to be talking to Sir Kilela, sir. So before we start, I would like to ask sir if you can maybe small introduction of yourself, and then we'll go on with the questions.
Yes. DPO Huntuledi, on behalf of DPO, firstly, thank you so much for consenting to, go on live me TikTok nalu. Sorry, Thakaji the TikTok nalu. And this is my second time joining. Danje the staff chigi help be but today rush pe omdalu. And then like you mentioned, I really need to advocate ngachi office ki kachi beina se. Ane bodalu then him who is my wife and your childhood friend. So movie of the wife. PMC forum the legend woman, especially movie she doesn't have any haters.
I have. There are a couple.
I got the same pulse from a lot of girls up there that like everybody has haters, but then the ratio was maybe yours is so minimum. But nevertheless, so I introduced so I'm a father of 3 kids, heavily married, they call in that category. So Ngigi Office Committee, Disabled People's Organization of Bhutan Silavila. I've been working there for the past 3 years. Actually, me conflict ABS, Ability Bhutan Society se do, then DPO se do, Trasok se do, then you have people, you also have parent support groups do. So basically, ngachikara CSO ila, ngachikara jungira recognized civil society organization. The very renowned civil society organizations are like Tarayana Law, YDF Law, or maybe Clean Bhutan. Recognized Dula Bhutan Law. So ngachi disability in nalu ngachi anim chi. Ani yeminalaya ngachi organization di form beodalula. So it is for by and of the person with disability lab midi. Ngachi nalu kachi disability la. So kongi kachi realize benu soji way ngachi challenges ki kole misulu share bege sodalu. There is no forum anywhere. Ngachi you khale pa bedi bere zomdu china poru dese koship nyeship sutamare se mola. That means those who can hear and those who can understand jamchi pop me. Tell me disabled to take it also mindu. And any other forum na le phalu kongi challenges in Bhutan labni ki sago matobala. So ane bodalu, why don't we form a CSO? And through this CSO will become a representation of me disability sugila. So ane bodalu toto even ngachigi board na luela. Board na lue 70% kara me disability mitansa ila. They decide on what we do. And then nigi office na lue staff 70% kara me disability mitansa ila. So ane bodalu staff ki composition, board ki advisory. There are a lot of times people tell me like, why? You are saying you are a thing advocate, but then you are without disability. So ngachi internal arrangement toto. So if the chairperson is a person with disability, the executive director, the without disability. So just in case of the executive director, the person with disability, then the chairperson will be someone without disability. So we in the nutshell are self-advocates. The madam any women ki forum na way bamu. You talk a lot about women gift. So only a woman knows what are the challenges for a woman. Only a mother knows what is the challenge of a mother. Ani Zombera, only a person with disability knows what actual challenges they have in their lives. So through disability board, it's such a diverse area where blind ki deaf ki challenges hame kola. Deaf ki blind ki challenges hame ko. Similarly, wheelchair user ki autism ki challenges hame ko. Autistic sugi wheelchair user ki challenges hame ko. So it's a very diverse disability. Ani beni digi ngachi ki office na lo ya composition nam sami ani be yula. We have um person with deafness working with us.
Yeah. Okay.
Ngigi program ani nyamagi IT officer low vision ni, and then ngigi accountant she has physical disability with speech impairment, and then I have a program officer who has a low vision again. So we are a mix of so many diverse human by design. We're not all born, but by a nutshell, Gachigi person with disability trying to raise our awareness about disability, challenges of disability to the global or Bhutan gi development gi areas and to the global market as a whole nalu.
No.
Policies khachina indi beru plans khachi chajizam di beru accessible zona se. So ani gi person with disability ki representation self advocates lab me bala.
Yes, yes. Okay, so now it's for Gadevilo la your one liner, your
For by
tagline
and off, for by and off the person with disability la.
for by and of the person with disability gi datu sinse gadem chi yuila ani. How many people
So
are you all supporting la?
so Bhutan Ludi population wise Jovachin almost 6.8%, 48,000 digidula mi disabled Gakapnalu. Anale Toto severe disability yumi categorized benula blind ki 2% de do 1.8% de do deaf ki 2% de do, but then ngachi ki toto primarily ngachi there are levels of ngachi ki service hila. So mild moderate disability achire the khora ki lar ngachi ki education chi skilling chi be besub me se no wachin khosulu ru ministry of any education chi dom skilling gi sudanyam dom kholu tailoring courses lalu chilu blind disu ki telu massage courses deaf disu khole shanga chi private sector na job chi la thamara empower bene kha che bala ngachi ki biggest challenge di mi disability image no gale pham disu ge school na machu ba jala then talent double disability do mabala they physically disability do so the the worst thing is they don't have education. Talent office na do lab any kokap mindula. So ani bodalu then the other option is to give them some skills, basic vocational skills la. So that should some tailoring, barista making, cake dani su zonigi, tele laluchi, nachigi IT na train bedo, tele nani su train be nachigi almost about 300 digit train be sai lani su. So ani ki service chi yela. Tele laluchi di the ngachigi ngachigi dama sumisula ngachigi laluchi ngachigi dama sumisu ani bedo what we call porolungagi we started a project called service with care and compassion. So what we did was we trained student paro NI gi lebe volunteer yimenala ani alusu ngachigi train beila. So we formed a club in Paro. So Paro gi 3 gewok nalura me 20 themmela elderly me genge tami kaya mimi da tele me severe disability me. So now every week ani alu disugi community na ju tele ani genge da ani su kola chu chi zu chu chi labgi se musu tok chi lalu chi chim chadare chap tele if for not for anything nami sami alone be me bala. So companionship masho chi de tele ani su dire street situation na dula so ane bodalu ru kongi alu sugi turu donation chi den sap nyo nature sap nyo telen tisu ani be telen again there is so much beautiful bonding where ani kongi alu sulu shapto chi kongi the garden na achire grow bemi vegetable da ani yemi su alu sulu support be ani be bemi gila. So ani che beto the last thing the ngachi gi the severe disability but again in very difficult circumstances like domestic violence poverty bemi su ani sulu ngachi gi kachi beto so nga gi paparo nem jolu chimchi ren be shimdala. So it's called wheelchair home for hope and joy. Analu kung two year majority put up pomza changi. So ani sunalu kung daji beja caretaker mashu pomila. So ani sugi ta morning le churu sense diaper gi charo beni yogo sani ani sugara be. So there is a house la where we house them. And finally lalu the amputee omebala. 아치치 ngachi 아니 차로 배다 바치 디스able 유미서 아니 콘숨 데치디 다 핀차니 치디 감치 민도 아치디 테 노치디 감니 차라 민도 텔레 암치 아루 두사 she also had didn't have both the legs so ani sulu ngachi ani beila nani ruram trishimda te ma kolkata ta so ani magi ani prosthetic legs yobolo so we are happy to share that all three of them are walking and now they are pursuing tailoring courses la lalu ji tailoring course chabdo lalu ani bakery da ani suna pa la bezola and then finally through the same building dinara otholu ground floor nalu what we did was me disability me la skills ti dubala but they can't like for example the madam ge let's say you know how to make a basket so shape mo and there's a person with disability like me I also know how to make a basket but you have the liberty or the ability to drive or come to taxi in Thimphu and sell your products but person with disabilities who body ki limitation ki jumi so bola so what we did was we opened the Bhutan ki first outlet shop called Dranyam it's in Paro where ani person 50% with disability ki chala sunga chi ki khole sourcing beshim da parlo chong chendola chong shimda telentikuti we put back to the community where ko la khabe Thimpulu ani be homongo bela so ani so at toto these are the things that we initiate la. Oh, and forgot, sorry.
Yeah.
Finally, there are 12 diaper recipients, severe wheelchair user, all across Bhutan, Shashobe, Ngalobe, Hosame, Mola. So, Anisu, Nachikina, the disability does not look whether you're rich or poor, whether you're Ngalom, Shashop, Chilip, Hosampa, anything metayable. So, Anibodolo, Anisulu, Nachiki, basic diaper support give Tembe, monthly 1,000 chindola. It sounds very animable. Why, that diaper didi, some important news. But then for person with disability who have mobility issue, it's essentially a diaper. Because abu ki andale pamma metheme bala. Otherwise, bed sore we have like such gruesome pictures where bed sore bell getogule paraka arama ten laluchi spinal cord chikaten and we have incidents of people dying because of bed sores if not for anything. So just to give them a basic human dignity, so ngachiki monthly ko 12 de chilu to ani adult diaper support chindola. Mapa ini thigi melame but then it's the least we can do say no well.
Yes. So looks like from my understanding now your organization Mula Disability People's Organization of Bhutan is doing a lot Imabati Mula doing a lot it's doing a lot to helping people with disabilities and some help which we as I had absolutely no idea about how do you get the funding la?
So there are a lot of mechanisms. Mostly the ngachegi toto sense the so far we have tried development partnerships proposals suti tele kongi we get our mission done mostly advocacy benigi chala disu zonkakchi na ju disability kole awareness create chap mol ani su benigi tobe tele anale achiti 5% de save chap mi digi saving chap tele anale staff ki salary da ani su meet be to balo but then with the biggest the biggest support of the Norway there was there is a charitable organization who supports most of our administrative fees but now the global dynamic shift to bomb the biggest challenge is donors phase out they phase out the Jew and then even military spending increased military spending increased the first thing they slash out is foreign aid so foreign slash out so now year by year it's becoming very tricky to actually keep the because we are a non-profit organization mula so and then anything that we do is to empower person with disability, to talk about universal design, it's becoming more and more challenging. So, which is why ngachigi for this noble cause, ngachigi thare another thing we also accept donations from anonymous, and we are very surprised. Like sometimes they don't even want to be named. $20,000 teaching account nalu hatomachu jaumana and that's the time we are very surprised and they don't want even any credit because the majority of those ngachigi through membership drive and membership drive is something very easy. I'm a contributing member myself. My wife, she contributes because she believes in the cause. Mola. So all I'm saying is maybe 50, 100, 20, anything that doesn't pinch your pocket में वाला. So 15, let's say 15 niltram I contribute monthly to certain cause में बा. The 15 niltram more. Come to think of it, gari parking, you park your car in the town for
Machinara. Ila.
60 niltram de dinner annual memo. So and then every time Twiza lo kachibe taga the gendena pa me have a mula. But then what little do you have? Any bemisu the donate machi organization as a member we donate much. Then we are able to with that money see who needs the money most and then curate a service around this and then provide to animal. The beauty about supporting an organization like us is we are very transparent with our finances because every year gacha audit beu matala jungi. So independent audit beu and we have to justify where the money went clearly. So ane be bodolo and then you go to our website gachi ki every year ki performance the tulu kadimchi kara gachi ki website lo clear be begolo. So ane be bodolo there is a certain degree of accountability and transparency if you think support a CSO member. Yes, definitely you could try and support a person with disability by directly giving cash. But then the I think the challenge lies where Chugitari Chindai, so for Nabakachisani. More. But as an organization, we design our services so that Chachi Gachi Lab Zunda Bachin, then we make sure that they are able to sustain. And that's the big difference from Miller, while directly providing service and then through a NGO.
Last, absolutely la. Okay, getting back to now again back to Mulangachiki people with disability ki kole jodalu. First and foremost, I think the most important thing, as soon as a child is kind of identified as being disabled, the first thing we need, Mula, as parents, first thing we need is like proper therapy, Mula, like hospitals na have proper therapy, go be physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. There's so many therapies that can help the development of the child. Now we are speaking for a small baby who just knows, like the parents just found out that the child is disabled. Mula, hospital na lu service and yobachin, is it accessible la?
You need a but very limited la. Nachela gyakap na milo be kam mindumu. So specialized bemi ya limitedly game indubala. So occupational therapist I may stand corrected, but to chile game is a goilla. So ani be
Bhutan na
bodo
chikam kilo.
So I may stand corrected though, but then totongagi ani be goilla. So ani be bodo challenges in namisami yuela. So, which is why there is another CSO called Pension Parent Support Group, where it's for parents of children with disability. Telenru ability Bhutan society ki the alux danse be umala from 0 to 12 or 14 sense ani sunalu early intervention kongi rogi specialist ki direction nalu intervention kachira chingopina so ani su kongi yalu chewula. But again, unfortunately, being an NGO, they can't spread their wings all across the country. So it's Timpu-centric. Anebe jumela junibidi. That's on the negative side of having limited human resource. Gyakapnalu, ani be bodalu. There are not many people taking up such specialized courses.
But then I really feel that the people with disability nalu timely intervention, early intervention, chimbachin in the long run, they can live a normal livelihood. Don't you think so la?
Yes. Exactly, la.
So if
Which is
from the very beginning, from the very first step, if that intervention can be provided, now maybe ngachira yishungi or maybe Ministry of Health ki or whatever, like somehow if they can send a lot more people to be mula anzum ki specialization ki course na yobachin, they help joni me no me ngaragi bewachin, because I do know that in the whole of Bhutan there is one occupational therapist. I think 3 or 4 speech therapists, physical therapist and some limited dubate. So some disability you di bero help be di bero josa minubate minula and ability Bhutan, how much can they do also no la? Like you said, it's a NGO and it's a can't really do that much also imebate mula. So
yes.
this is what I this is one of my thing, like really like the government should, the Ministry of Health or whoever should really look into this so that as the disability gi atiti ya bom joy jodalo, it's not too much pressure on organizations like yourself, because you also have to depend on funding from here, there, request be. Like I saw your 10,000 member gi, that thing. I was going through your Animula profile, and there are so many sad cases. Mula, and just
Yes.
because a person is born with disability doesn't mean that they don't have the ability to live a normal life or to live a full life. And with our support as public, mula ngajira, as public, if we come together and support. Now you keep talking about inclusivity say me bate mula. Now after that phase, after that therapy phase, the next thing is school. How many schools are there that is inclusive?
Government has expanded.
Yes.
Government ge expand be all across Bhutan lu 48 inclusive schools. There are two
In
specialized
Thimphu?
schools. Timpulu, I'm not sure, but then all across the country bewachin la. So chi
Right.
didi specialized school didi for deaf Wangchuk se parulu chi yu for
Yeah,
that's for
yeah.
learning sign language the for deaf ki tele ani blind school chi for music khaling lu yu bala. So including that, there are a total of 50 yu la unity. So government ki side nale, I would say they're trying. Everybody try be there, but then machi zonkana la bita miwa basha lo shiwa lo shasa la baya mitu be molo. There are not many youth taking up such courses me bala. Even though machi jungi float be the beru. Tele train besaudan there is this biggest challenge of keeping them in the country. Gakap develop be mitu ki bayanyong me bala. So ane be begale telen chile ge mi sa ye mi ane be juni ki them challenges se ane nale them mela. I think we have started feeling the pinch of limited specialized people ever since there has been a huge migration
Yeah.
of or people specialized people going abroad.
Yes. As well, that is, I think, a very big issue in Mula. Now coming back, Mula. Now after schools now, so I'm glad that there are at least 50 schools around Bhutan who are inclusive. Imavate Mula. Tangachi inclusive selabdalu. How much are they, the people with disability, inclusivity, the government offices or private offices nale phalu ghadim chi yubinala, because I always see like people with disability, they're into stitching or they're into like mula all that imebola, but offices nalu labinigi anizumge yuyala rules, regulations or whatever, like anything anizumgi maybe to help them. Yeah, government, private.
So, Nachikita Jungi National Policy Chi, well, the National Policy for Person with Disability, 2019 le anale bemidi bewachin the government the anisugi sokin bego being la inidi. Tipo the lu the expand bemasundi jungi. So 70% alu disability misu school na me umevala. And that has many factors again. Primarily from um 담아라 패밀리 뭐 처음에 걸어 이거를 봐도 아루 디세빌리티 위해서 같은 같이 아루 다치 따봐 주래 아루 때나 미도 받을 they don't even say alu kida isera mul anjom te tuk tabu yela telen laluchi ta alu diki ashore melo alu arebe melo khachilo segalen ngachi gi dale community that indirect subjugation chi duban anale gutsumi digi then they are grossly undermined tani shenko digi ta kogidi ta chota meden system dalu tilusul investor me bebala similar to how it was way back then to go to a girl child so anjom gi challenge zombera so to ngachi gi ta mi disability to face be do so ane be gale ko school na momi gale ko chu ya hebe gale we have one two of them passing out class 12 or degree chapni the government the unity la the both as such be to lasha use watching one of the study I'm not sure I'm bringing it out from my head from some random document I read I don't know about 0.2% energy are employed in offices energy semichi but I'm again stand corrected on this the both are very limited la the limited yumi reason here most of the to machi gi yungi offices yumi so inaccessible double offices su kara stairs me telen mobility ki them bindu toilet sun kara steps na le ya jugo be kachi be di bero universal design se lab me bala where me without disability ke me आगे के जुतु alu your young parents taller ne jutu tele wheelchair user ke jutu me design marshi china bindu bala ane be galen Zuki, intellectually true to beauty because of your body limitations. So offices handsome accommodate maju, arebe brodalu. That mabalera, if you call it, I think how much can you stay determined more? If you call it, you give in to the reality saying that oh tanga didi office na di ju me deme aina pha jun step na le ze aila pha ju go be tangan ti zugi ju misube every day ru bakke me shesum me badala. So these are the challenges, physical challenges and attitudinal barriers community की taboos then I need to couple with all of these but we are happy to share that um, the number of person with disabilities who are pursuing educations are increasing la. One such case pointing in office nalu to finance accounts the mitikas the more than the BBS thing, so that's why I feel comfortable sharing here. The more it is that I morachi ki so mela more the more actually chara physical disability be apadikin alu anebe se gane telen apadi ko don la koso te ai digi ya chap ma chap rugi temdale fal habe alu di chuta pochi de tera tengo selap Helen Ru, I really want to thank this teacher who we don't know, but then apparently Mugi story na bawachi there is a principal in Mugi primary school na lo who bamboo so chopu the round bez washim the so every Sunday he would force them to walk lola. So that's how she was able to walk gradually. Otherwise, diploma actually in crutches was bekobal and she was doing the same thing. But then intellectually namisami sharp dobala. So Mugi 12 the no even after 12 she reached out to us. So then I thought like why? Tanzum Sudidi, everybody empowered because we sent some money for her to come to Thimphu. Then we like he's any accounting की training जब नहीं की course की fees थी नजर लंपन की चाहिए but stipend so ngache की चाहिए so 3 months ते train बे लोग ngache रहे office नरा accountant बे चुई वाला so ane be bodalu ani actually it's coming but then not as much as we hope it would happen but then we actually the gap up the less aware compared to before lot of CSOs coming in, so much emphasis from since we internationally CRP design based government ki side nale 13 5 year plan nalu ani both the emphasis to you only challenges is because ngachi ki gakap ki design ra mapadi di pura mountainous global very mountainous country so ani both inclusivity comes with a huge cost me la ngachi ki telu ta jagang lu ngai ngi charo wheelchair user ti ta shopping user ani jagang ki footpath yu na la the common footpath anale ko easily so over the side lap tira kick so over but then as soon as we cross jagang punchiling hip chin kanto tele ko ki lap ki ko ki phimi so tele ngai malaya phigo over the so by design ngati ki nalu achi mountainous country be lakha du then most of the ramp the ani switch up bodalu lot of the construction misugi be disabled so the people who are actually going to use the footpath so them consult me available so then the slope ani be zoj up me now laluchi did lava me disability me so laluchi lava ki khokora me so they need to use their electric wheelchair where push be jodalu so kongi then some slope anche highway ba chin de khepanale ya jura me so then love ki bemis khuko yumis we ani so half later that because of mebala so ani bozalu they become dependent because of the physical environment given not because they lack any knowledge or skills
Do you generally feel that ngachi our country is disabled people friendly?
no
Like attitude ngachi mi disugi attitude how we look upon or treat them. Do you think they are friendly or they are still very ignorant?
Over empathetic do langa gita bodalu now that you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart definitely the wheelchair user town no watching your first thing would be to if you had some money the first instinct you would be to grab your purse and then turn up to 100 yeah lebe chu charo be se chimme bola but then that is going to solve the problem totally salamu. And then moreover, who knows the he might be a person who is actually a graduate who just wants to cross the street. Ani medayabala. So over empathetic double aluchinalu. So that is why ngachigi disability ngachigi the biggest challenges is balancing between charity and empowerment la. Not all ngachigi right based approach say it's our right, just like how you were lucky to have education. More, that's like how I was lucky to have free education. The same may be rendered to a person with disability the same opportunity. So that's all we are asking, lah. Nothing extra, nothing less. So ngachini lu kokop thop do zomchi in life. A person with disability lo equally kokop thop nigi, equal opportunity for all. But then the challenges remain the ngachini gi the capacity jusube koi capacity jusub majumi suba mo. So that's where we are saying reasonable accommodation chi, universal design, so that ngachige jusub but a person with
You
disability
can
can
also
also
go.
go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But one thing is ngachigi nagi toto ki notion na didi mi disability image thom chin tako kidu gomi me or nyamchu me turu chinda ke se me bala. We don't need to spoil them. It's about, like we said, teaching a man to fish and fishing for a man ki bahana zombe joma bala. So we need to teach them how to fish me bala rather than fishing for them, because thari fish be chima chin nago ko to keep me. But then if you give him the enough tools so that ko kale ha sago me bach ngachara ani gaya batala. We want to be independent. We don't, by this age and time, we don't want to rely lovely and everything. Come to what's home more. The same tela. Ane bodalu ani kachimola. Just as you and I, the person with disability to say over the period of time, why las kadiche las ane bera unity the kaga more. So it's the same thing. Like given the proper opportunity, I think. Ani khoe khoralu empowered be ngaragi ten ngaragi sado semigi pride chi, which is a right of fundamental right ngachi constitution na fundamental right be do bala. So may equally be extended to them thing la ngachi gide.
Yes, yes. Okay, la. Thank you, la. I want to, get into your 10,000 members. 10,000 member ki, there is like a drive. Do me na la that your office is
Yes.
doing it. Mula. Say I become a member and
Yes.
I pledge to maybe donate a certain amount of money every month. Mula.
Yes.
How is that money going to be utilized, and how will I know that it's going to the right people and it's really helping these people? Say tanga gadibishi.
Firstly, when you join the drive, the first thing is we would be monthly newsletter chi tandola. So with the amount of, because temuchina 10,000 mihiyo bola ngachigi. So anyway, whoever because ngachigi an email to nige option, phone number kara yula. So whoever joins the membership gets a monthly update newsletter somchi with the amount of money collected, how many person with disabilities we are able to help. Mola, see didi. Second thing didi ngachigi anyway tembo the target is definitely 10,000. It's like 20 people trying to help one person with disability who are in severe situations, like a dire street situation. Not all person with disability no mela. Across the Bhutan, 80% of person with disability are in villages mela. So there's no way they can avail any kind of services. So
In
the
what?
idea
Sorry?
in the
80% of
villages.
the villages. Okay, yeah.
So ngachigi charo biggest of the laluchidi. In fact, there's one incident where severe bed sore do ane bemichi doctor ki, because of my background yamanga health na lab ego benigi. So the doctor reached out to me, and then ta bodalu, she's been in the bed for almost 30 years mela. Either per minap me. They don't even have an account. So ngachi kachi be so anti-bed sore mattress you bala. Ketu uma matheni ki mattress. Cost you about 7,000 something. Anichi no tele anti bedside toilet la. So that ID ki two bebe bed na ke chap so tam machin mama thingi no bebe bedside toilet chi tele 20,000 de chi three bebe doctor ki account na taila. The doctor ki turu 10 bebe ko chi gop thing. So khale pa yumis ki challenges ane be dubala services khate be thobina mashi hamako minium chutansa be. So ngachi ki idea de ani la mi let's say dojipin dondo zonde mi catchy one with severe disability charo beso bachinse. So the reason why we are keeping 20 is because the amount may level. Some rich people might directly 500 chindo, but then for most 500 ki pinch bedo mo. So ane bozalo even 50 nultram, 20 nultram or 100 in a month. So I need to accumulate bashim da ngachi ki person with disability so the mashu cha identified yuela ngachi community worker person with disability khora ra 6 zonkaks na yuela ani sugi ro in khale pa du be ra line list me yuela. So ani sulu ngachi ki through ngachi ki initiative bebe we will create account ani su khori thelu individual bashim da thele monthly ngachi ki annual ani finance ki report every month ngachi ki through that newsletter be share bhaula.
Yes. Because it's always better, no? It's a transparency. So much not that not doubtful you say, but then there will be some people that were
Yes,
like
yes.
anebe jindo that were tiktibe jodoga mo pen top doga mo say anizumgi dopare yobachin sinodila. Now how many members are there right now? 10,000 members nale?
Right now we have about roughly the Tarigi status tab or 500 something UL.
Okay, so
500
you still
something,
need
but
9,500.
exactly. But some of them are very old contributing members. So like Toto, ever since this campaign start, Beshim Dale, it just started maybe day before yesterday. So Ani Beshim Dale Gutsukdi, it's a fresh campaign. But so another thing that along with the membership now just so that people feel like they're not losing everything. So what we decided to do was decided to come up with this band. This it's called Friends of Disability. Tale Compassion in Action se michila. So it's a band that you wear out of pride level that you are a contributing member for a cause. But obviously, I think what I've noticed is ngachi ki ta reach out mabe watching begonomi lasha dubala. And then Begono the Beru forum which is why using your platform as a leverage, I would like to express here that um, uh, I watched. I think I talked about it in before also. So I watched a movie way back when I was in my early 20s, I suppose. So 2002, 3 de chikalu. So there was a movie called the Jack Nicholson ki movie chidi. It's called About Schmidt. Sorry. So Analu, he is like a very average, ordinary American, nothing salesperson in some salesman in some company. So after he resigns, he doesn't know what to do. And then he feels so useless because all the while he was so busy, he never paid attention to his wife, neither to his daughter. So after his retirement, he tries to kind of reconnect with his wife. Still intimacy, that level of connection is not there. And he tries to reach out to his daughter, and daughter is already married and he's having her own life, and he tries to somehow come back into her life as relevant person. But Ane happened, so the long story short, at the end of the movie, he gets a card from somewhere in Africa, Tanzania, I think. Tanzania le kati the umal. And then ani card dinalu ani alfagi African alu chiki party bebe khoda tele imagining ani Schmidt ki party nosta be laptip be thide hosulu. Apparently he subscribed to one of those monthly membership back then, monthly membership to support a child ki meal, something like $22 ki membership yani ji sign up bebo humala. So that child is very thankful. So the bottom of the story is this: the amount may be very little, but it does have a huge impact on people who actually need it in the first place. Secondly, I think what this story tells you is like, even though if you really feel like sometimes when you really feel down and then you have not that little amount that you've contributed, I think it becomes a huge amount of merit level for you. So much is me do sambazana sadala something so that anything that's Pemba is Gewal over the moon. So
Yes.
religious perspective. And then we are at the end of the day we are talking about how much 100 niltram. 100 niltram didi, I mean me, I'm a very thing. Domo addict. So when I go to office yes, I have a very interesting friend who said your membership and I'm going to take pack lunch. So apparently, bad habit he wouldn't take pack lunch. because kogi office na sake se. So kogi lab me kogi ani 100 rupees save japsi na chulu membership pe join bege, and then he will take healthy meal to office. So we have like a lot of people doing a lot of innovative stuff like that.
Thank you, La. Thank you so much. I would just like to actually nagi ani cho ngachira ani Buddhist ki ani nale nagi suime nala. So I actually wanted to touch on that because ngachi most of the viewers, all of us actually ngachira mo cho bemi me ngachi nambi chogi ani imeba like we're all Buddhist mula. So to the viewers here la. The rangi every like ya lagana chi jo nyanda pi which is good namsami lejim imeba la. Nyanda pi melamta pia ani be siu tapani all that namsami lejimi la please continue that, but also the nagi ani ngachi disability gi disabled people disulo atiti 50 newton or 100 newton gi support chi bechu bachin I feel that chimnalu rimdo mabere tupse no langagi, and I wanted to tell this to you also, sir, that sir, all these, Nagi NGOs, all these things that you're doing, all the other organizations are doing, because of the merit that you all are gaining, the things that you all are doing for people who cannot speak up, people who do not have that opportunity, the way you all are standing up for them and pushing them and, like giving them that hope. So, animchi bebusam chigira, chimna rimdo mabere to from my own perspective. So what you're doing is very noble. The viewers disura berumula 10,000 members gi kongi dato kongi drive chidula 10,000 members gi drive nagi in summarize bedding nagi atishuge to viewers. So 10,000 members di kongi kachibe ani biomosela bachin severe cases of disability la ashudu Bhutan na lumula. So ngachi mi kechi gi member, so 20 members gi ngachi kadimchi contribute biom up to you, 50 niltrom, 100 niltrom, 1000 niltrom, 10,000 niltrom, up to you. Ani ki gadimchi contribute biom, 20 people will come together and will change one person with disability ki life email. So that I think is so amazing. It's really amazing. And ngati didi definitely member bera biumola. I'm going to make sure all my family members also become a member. Then am samichi bema so dibero 50, 100. Anything achi doma nara job me, parking fee nara job me, mula. So I hope that people will come and please, the viewers is member with you. It's time to gain some merit, and not just because you're going to gain merit. We have this amazing chance to change somebody's life, to help somebody la ngachi didi mula khalap sube mi to thon sube lam jo sube gache be sube ba, so we will not feel that pinch of like I really feel that to chance some legim do to maybe change somebody's life la. If you could really, if we could all come together, the viewers, if you could all come together and head to DPOB official website and register there in Aladabe.
Link is in the bio on our Facebook page.
Oh yeah.
TikTok ki bio ne, Instagram ki bio ne, Facebook ne, and then even ngachi ki website ne. So again I forgot to mention. So now the period of time that you become a member, let's say for 1 year, 2 years, for that time, Nalu, just in case it happens that you become disabled by any misfortune, based on that packages, again, it's sort of like a small insurance scheme that we are trying to run, so just to make the membership attractive. So any misfortune, so any disability accident, stroke cases in imagine contributing member package 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 so it's not a silver bullet per se, but then it's a thing one way about in opportunity. Second thing about nabu. Sort of like a small insurance, yes, the don't catch it can pay any scheme use.
Last. So see, it's not only just give a memela. It at all a misfortune chi strike be hochi la mishibe mo la naba ya gachi be ungar la mishibe ta tan naba gachi gi Bhutanese diet lo Bhutanese lifestyle digi be the stroke cases ga de be them mo la. So we never know what's going to happen. So anism na happen be di beroe, you know, they will support say email la. So I think this is a very good and very good thing that you're doing la. I really namsami I really appreciate la. Na sir lungagi chi question chi chigo besa sir. Uh
Ushna.
has any story like disability gi, you know, people kongi any story that has really moved you to the core la.
Um, honestly, someone who's actually a soft person like me, I'm very pogenale those. I'm not that the type of poge where who can hold. It's very anila. One of the about it, very gratifying. Work the that every day when I think go home and then when I'm evening when I'm like brushing my teeth, I can look at myself in the mirror. That's what I can say because my conscience is clear and I really feel like the work that I do has some impact and it matters and it's helping so no. So with that gratification, I can sleep.
Yeah.
But with regard to particular case, there are so many. Typically, it becomes so much emotionally disturbing. Ngadiri, on a personal note, and my wife knows this that I've been popping sleeping pills for the past 8 months. So it's becoming quite occupational hazard also because every day, not every day, but tetebera tube no dara, there is someone with worst case scenario who walks up to you or sends you a WhatsApp nalu analangi any situation anyway. Then out of nowhere, I mean like director ji beja mo. Then why kadebe help bawa chi tabaga mo no. Then you're thinking turu yoga tau dalu mip zomji. Tele kadebe help bawa tabaga. So much of these are the pain points that you experience in that organization, but gratifying ye do as at the same time traumatizing ye do to be really honest. So one particular case story bedidi ane bella boj labe mesala there are a lot of cases where they are so helpless, dire street situation nalu tele ngachalagi again ani ngachi ki verbally khagilla bane be bodolo again the issue is ngachi ki ta seri ribe tashana mi ani zom ji du selab bebe tem dalu jam jimmi ki telen di che do ma bala, but ethically it's very wrong level again.
Oh yes la, yes. I feel
Using,
yeah.
using someone's face and then say, see, I'm helping this guy. See, he can't talk, he can't walk. So this is something we don't do. Nga chicken dalu bo dalu, human dignity and then privacy is a very important, unless it's a choice. So some of them are willing to come for ngachiki advocacy ki analu, and then they wear their disability with pride. So that's who needs to be much. And then ngachiki as much as possible, person with disability who are empowered, who has become somebody for other person of disability to see and then admire and why choda waje koso me besuni me koya mi to mi de ngai mi to mi ngachi danda besum ni me yanti khuge me koya ngage me ko now he is a chief somewhere. I want to be that. So encouraging those 70% who are in the villages to join education gitalu with that motive ngachi ga achire tendola. Otherwise, true charity tangagi shwe nalu share me home because some of you must be now viewers older some must be wiser but in my experience, I think let's do charity without camera. All that's that I'm saying. Let's do charity
Last.
without camera. Give with the goodness of your heart, goodness of your
Yeah.
soul, and for the generic idea that not all goodness needs to be acknowledged. There is someone up there always watching
Yeah.
who will actually be the true judge of what your nature has been. But you can hide from anything, but then the reality is that there's someone always watching. You can't hide from Ani Dubala. So Ani Bodalu, I think Ani the goodness that you do. Ngachiki Tarnaba instant gratification gi era na his Dubala. Everybody wants to be rich quicker, everybody wants to be famous quickly, and then even social media that today you hit like 100 likes, tomorrow if it drops to 50, then you're depressed. Anjom situation instant gratification के era में, but ngachi ki membership join bawa instant gratification ni meolo, but it's going to be like, oh, at least I do something, at least I stood up for a cause, at least I believe in a cause. So I think anyway, imagine it's a marathon, not a sprint that you should understand. when I'm saying don't use it as a leverage sila labi lo yin la. Like laluji ki the glaring better, that dire straits situation lalu leverage be used over. But rather, if if you're more than welcome to actually flaunt with what we say, having this wristband. This is a testament that you believe in the cause.
Yeah.
You can wear it with pride. La. I wear it every day to office. I'm a contributing member in my own office.
Yeah.
And then
Network.
so I contribute. My wife, we are all middle class people here. So she does believe in the cause and she sees the merit that the office is doing. She contributes explaining. It's an organization definitely. No permanent bit younger so I'll be gone, like life nothing is permanent more. So I will not be there in this office for long. But then do I believe in the cause? Definitely. So do I pump money back to my office? I do. I encourage my wife to do as well as her siblings, my siblings. They are all contributing members. La. Why? Because we truly believe in the cause. La. So all I'm saying is we are doing it. Even though I'm working in the organization, I'm still doing it. Mostly. So on a personal level, are we rich? No, we are all middle income people. All of us. We have our own challenges through Mogomi Khadu. Personal level, I have three kids, all teenagers who's walking by now. So, and whether their demand for, the money is more and things like that. But then, we contribute in a way that it doesn't pinch our family well-being. Which is why I'm not saying even 500 if it's pinching, don't contribute labila. 100 niltram, 50 niltram, which will definitely not pinch. So, Mother Teresa said that giving what you want is not giving law. So, sometimes why these days a time which I took me watching the Kajibeni mola. But spare what little you can zumji request anila.
Last so na nga chigi viewers disu tato ana astim achi junamela na kaina chigi too much organization in small society will land up unreliable and unsustainable in the future. Look, purely me. That's actually that's what I thought as well. But then after I heard about the number of people who are not able to access the support that most of these organizations are providing, I feel there should be more.
So, Bapa, the user is one way the right level, but I think you should understand that all of us have our different mandates. Real. Let's say, pensim didiru pamna thomisugi, who can understand if I have a child with Down syndrome and then there's another parents with Down syndrome, we can relate in a way that other parents can't. So, Anisugi Telu, and then Kongi biggest say the Anila, Mache Shisobachin, Machalu Kagitanda after our death. So that's pension for in short term. Parent support group, parents key employment, empowerment. Usually it's the mother who gives up her career when a child with disability is born in the family. More. So how do we empower mothers? Usually majority of the mothers can. EBS की early intervention नहीं है उनकी specialized service ही अनु 0 to 14 की specialized service provide दो ट्रचों की skilling की खोंगी vocational area ही ला अनि vocational area नलु tailoring दा अनि सोए पटक कोनी की चेंतानी की it's training अनि अलुसु अनि training young children until I think 18 or 24 sense की पानालु to be able to earn their own living through vocational skills. The Gache Disabled People's Organization, they become a default member of DPO. We are the collective voice. So collectively, policy negotiations UNDP or any development partners collaborative how to empower person with disabilities, structures, infrastructure. We are self-advocates. So all of us, we have our different mandates. Come to think of it, it looks like karagi disability you say, but then core we have our own different mandates. So ani beni alliance form be So that kishimle gutsu shimdale mage tensegi panalu is called Bhutan Disability Alliance hanalu ngache DPO pensem tatso ABS Royal Society for Senior Citizen hara chikha domdi yela. So the idea is to develop a coordination mechanism. Okay, aluchi DPO ke dasum how do we refer it to ABS? So anism give alliance chira form so that collectively we leave no one behind who needs our services. Besides family, there is always an organization who will come to your support in the different phase of their life. Ani give a alliance chi form behila.
Oh, this is so amazing lah. Namsam Lejime, thank you so much for explaining Namsam Lejime clearly be ngachi ngayet adabe this a lot of organizations this do say till I spoke to you and you know ani villages but village kimi this tachika di takadebe how are you planning to now get in touch with those who you know are in the villages lah?
So there are two ways we do it. Firstly, the ngagi shudo zombe ngachiki 12% with disabilities in 6 districts villa. They are day in and day out ngachiki 4% with disability, but then they are advocates who ngosadi yub madu chika ten ngaje ten dose examples omchibe and more so kongi jenkudi disability ki scenario study beni bengi la kongi ngachelu ani sugi registration be taw mal ni analo anjum mi dume critical do ani suben charo be ko bese. Another thing that DPO is recently undertaking nalu ngachiki jiwa ile granted opchi. So this is a very huge task, it's a very difficult task, but we wanted to undertake it anyways because we need the Bhutan to data mindubala. So whole Bhutan ki disability ki screening the certification system chi gutsu da langa chigi. That program is already in place. So it's going to be a live data. So pani ngachiki whole Bhutan's registration di gutsu shimda it's a live data where government agency ki indi beru development partners ki indi beru oy khati ki givok no lo khati mi disability kaisum be mi khati lu du and then every services can be designed in a way that fits the need of the generic be service kara blanket be memala curated towards any particular need better bounce up nigitalu. So it's a 3 years ki project but we are still undertaking it. It's a very difficult project but we are still taking it so that at least whole Bhutan ki line list chidi pinpoint be ten subachin la tele any agency who wants data they can come and then they can provide their own uh, incentives the intervention besurebala. So that's something anale ngachiki dasum lo lesha.
Yes, yes. Now, so Tikti, somebody had thing. Is there any record or documenting maintained in Bhutan law documentations?
So generic data is 6.8% of the population and different agency maintains different data. So which is why the disability assessment nationwide chapni semidi anila.
Yes, yeah. Yes, yes. Lastla, thank you. So if there is anything else that you would like the viewers and me to be aware of, please feel free to share your insights and your thoughts.
I thought I'll never share this on a public forum, but then I think disability is very personal to most of us. I think unless you experience disability on your own, lived experience me, I think the biggest challenges remain. You can only empathize person with disability, but then only the wearer of the shoe knows where it pinches me. हम दि चुप द चुमी दिले गे दि वाइ खरा नि हम दिगि दि अनले सोप मे से मिदि दि हम केमि दिगि जाम दिगि शेबे वाला so ani bodolu my only plea is anila the cause is very genuine. I can assure you that the need of the hour is now. There are the suffering is real. So ane be bodolu the any amount that youth and bemisugi we are at Tachi Zombere. I would like to reiterate that we are a registered organization. It's not a gimmick or a hoax organization. Every year we need to renew our license, and then the most important thing, the accountability, the credibility. We are accounted or we are audited by the Royal Audit Authority, independent authority who comes to our office and will check every money that's where we have spent. So we have to keep account of every penny that comes in. So Anibe Bodalu, it's a very transparent Anitemi. Just because I came here live and then we watch and usually I'm a very private person, but sometimes need of the hour. So Anibe Bodalu the cause is real. The children of Mera. We are accounted transparent view. So ani be bodolo. I think what little if you can spare, tharo benasela. Actually, the anim change the he bodolo the what's how many thalab get to ask for money from
No,
some
no.
random viewer who's living everywhere. But then again, when I look to bodolo, I'm not asking that money for me, la, truly. I'm asking for a better cause, a bigger cause. Ani be bodolo, I'm able to wear the skin that I'm wearing right now. But then I think it's for a very noble cause. And then again, I think since it's almost been about an hour uh, before we close, again, Madam Pim Silu, thank you so much for your support. I think we've been, honestly, DPO live juju watch in the hardly 20 or maximum 20 or 10 the chikita did the but then we had so much viewer response, Anisu. So thank you again so much for giving, thank you so much for giving us this platform on your
Oh,
platform
please,
to,
please, this
address.
this is such a big honor for me, lah. Thank you so much for thinking that, oh, okay, my this platform is worthy of your, lah, spreading this awareness. I am so honored, lah. I'm so honored to be able to sit here and talk to you and become aware of so many things that we had absolutely no idea about, and also to thank you for giving us this opportunity to be able to be of some help, lah. So please don't say. And also, ani honey, ngos, honey, you are not doing it for you, bola. You are doing it for this amazing big cause, la. And please don't. I personally will definitely support Mula, and I will make sure that I get all my viewers to also support Mula. So all those who are going to be supporting, please send a thumbs up, okay, la. So yeah, thank you so much, Lasan. Thank you. I'm just so proud of whatever you are doing. I really appreciate it, and I wish you all the best. And you've gained, and me and my family are all going to be members, and I know that a lot of people who view, who follow me on TikTok and all that are also going to come and they're sending the thumbs up, so they're all going to join la. And the way to join is mula kungi link in bio dula. So I think you just have to click that and fill up some forms.
Yes. Just a
Yes.
simple form where digitally click the option, you can submit, and then it naturally automatically bank le transfer juice, So if you sign up for 50 monthly 50 and a bill. Same thing. Now some hassle meal. It's basically giving your name, your bank account number, your CID number, and then your mobile number. I think your email address too. Tell them. So just anyway, it's like a one hand you type behavior, scroll beneath. It's hardly a page long, and then authorization then the membership form automatically comes. The beauty about Tharigi Nadiri, as soon as you become a contributing member, you also get acknowledgement, the emails, tell a money receipt, and then if like for example you have contributed to us for a year more, and while you are filing your taxes, you want PIT return na imagine. So Anilale again deduction thopla nagi because ngachiki government recognized organized NGO benigi. So ngachiki you go to our website, just punch in your CID when you have done for 1 year, and it was a money receipt acknowledgement receipt. PMC has contributed from the period of anale anasense. So amount you total kara theola ani thomchin nabugi PIT file beodalu anale tax deduction thopla. That's what I forgot to mention nagi labji.
Yes. So somebody had asked tax ani thoplo me. Some tax deduction thobela hiker. Okay, sure, a lot of us are going to come together mula. So you said you have 500 members mula. Very soon it'll get to hopefully 2,000 members.
Hoping.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you.
2,000. So we'll get to 10,000 la. And if anytime in the future you need my support in any way, I can maybe help or however, please let me know la.
Thank you so much for the offer. Thank you, la.
Yes la. So anything else you'd like to share la?
Okay, Rashid, so basically, I'm also a father of a son who has learning disability. I think my personal story share my best. So my personal story stems from my firstborn. I think for 3 years, he started having seizures, so brain development hampered before there. So he's struggling with his education. So anyway, then when this opportunity came, so then I took it as a personal challenge, thinking that ngarasan gitelu, as a quite selfish reason, honestly. But then I found out that another worse case scenario, tamara ma basic disura gutu go no bebe. So totally Sangi challenges today, it's something that's very far off mela situation to talk about. But then a lot of people ask me why should I be passionate do why are you joining? But disability touch is always personal. So I started like that, but then I found out could be the mild disability में बदला but moderate the severe की level ना रहा नमस्ते में दूर होता तो but then achieve मबेगा survey be a lot of things we've been able to do the government चिखा जी we have been able to rectify the convention on the rights of person with disabilities गेवक सुनापा जो advocacy be बोदलो there is a mother who has a daughter with autism about the Kongina inclusive school nindu but then nagi gab digi rota initiate be mogi telu sada ni su lease na chi we are working on building a private shelter for the mom and the daughter so that the daughter can go avail education be ani sugi scheme machi ki advocate be the lashe ki thabela mi disability sum de chi di wangdelu CIT card me bad once ngachi ki advocacy beshim dale gutuk di gabdi ki initiate be konsulu CIT card len chinula so these are so many positive things happening even in the geog level and then whatever nabu ki thop be misugi ngachi ki advocacy nalu directly cash pe chunga sure lalu chi cash go min dubala but assistive devices bedside toilets ki temjinal beru white can be the beru crutches be the beru these are supports that we can render to the target is 100 mil 100 severe disability persons a sustained effort then sharing my personal story that it inspired me but then definitely it was not just the cause me disability lab and you come and spend a day in my office is any nabu marketing cook and there pen can you would see that we put our money where our mouth is actually staff marshal person with disability and even they are empowered individuals Tachingagi case in point, Tika Yukola Midi. First time home the name is Sami frail, do pop me, what's her Jimmy. Now she's a very independent woman. She can talk Moragi, she can talk her thoughts out, and then they live a very empowered life. So these are the growth that we have seen with our own eyes. Dongara things transitioning from someone very frail to a confident, modern woman to care for the I think this is what the organization was able to achieve partly.
That's so amazing. That's a very good progress. One step forward is just half a step forward is still a step forward. And I think you're doing a great job. And I do know that since you've mentioned you're a very private person, Mola, you're a very private person and you don't share much, you're not much on social media and all that, but you've gained a very big fan today. So huge respect and appreciation to you. I really appreciate whatever you're doing, and I hope that ngai taringa chini gi ani conversation ginalu it'll make a small little difference in your 10,000 members drive la kade tata tribe and like I mentioned nale pasu pero not just this more like anything else like not just social media anything else if you need any support please let me know la please don't hesitate your wife is
Thank you
my
so much.
childhood best friend.
Thank you so
I
much.
grew up with your wife, so please don't hesitate. La ngachi family zume email.
Lasla, thank you so much for the support.
Lasla, thank you. La, thank you so much.
Lasla, thank you.
La, thank you. La.